Good afternoon, students. This is Balakrishna ICT from Chivamla Boys School. How are you all? I hope everyone is safe at your home. Yesterday, we had discussed about the software and application software. Today, we are going to discuss about the computer memory. A memory is just like a human brain. It is mainly used to store the data and instructions. It is in the form of a binary, either temporary or permanent. So what are the data that is required by the CPU for processing that data can be available in the memory. So the memory is mainly three types. They are the cache memory, primary memory or the main memory. Last one is the secondary memory. Let us discuss each and every one in briefly. Cache memory. A cache memory is a high speed semiconductor memory which is placed between the RAM. RAM is the one of the example for the primary memory. It is placed between the RAM and the CPU. The main functionality of the cache memory is it can store the data and the instructions which are frequently or repeatedly used by the CPU. That is the functionality of the cache memory. The cache memory acts like a buffer between the CPU and the RAM. Buffer is nothing but it is an electronic device which which takes the data from the RAM, and same data can be given to the CPU with some delay, but it could not change the any data. Input data is equal to the output data, but with the amount of the delay. That is regarding the buffer. And now you can take the one example for analyzing the cache memory functionality. S1, student 1, student 2, student 3. So student 1 marks, 6 subject marks. I need to add S1 by using this instruction. S2, student 2 marks. I need to add S2 marks by using the add instruction, add S2. Similarly S3 and so on. So if you want to give this data to the computer, we require a one input device. That device we are calling as a keyboard. By using this keyboard, I have given the 6 subject marks. What are the data that is coming from the keyboard that is directly stored in the RAM? After that, it will be transferred to the cache. Then same data can be transferred to the CPU because of cache is a transparent device. Clear? Input is equal to output. So student marks is given to the CPU, but what is the operation can done with that marks? We need to do the addition operation. That is also we need to tell to the computer by using the instruction add S1. So this add S1 is given from the keyboard, stored in the RAM, then cache, after that CPU. CPU take this add instruction when it is required. Similarly, S2 marks also can be given by using the keyboard, then transferred to the CPU through the cache memory. Then S2 marks also we need to add by using the add instruction S2. Similarly, S3 marks and S4 and so on. Students, if you observe this one, what is the main thing here? Main thing means what are the data or instructions which is frequently used? Yes, there is the add. Addition operation is the frequently or repeatedly used by the CPU, right? If the if the student strength is 40 times we need to use the add instruction, right? So in this example, add is the common instruction or the repeatedly or frequently used instruction. So that's why this instruction or data can be stored in the cache. The rest of the things cannot be stored in the cache. Rest of the things can be taken from the RAM to the CPU. So that's why cache memory is indicated as it is a storage device, but it can store the data or instructions which are frequently or repeatedly used by the CPU. What is the CPU repeatedly used data? Addition, right? That's why this add instruction can be stored in the cache memory. The advantages of the cache memory is it is always faster than the main memory. Why? Because of it is placed between the RAM and the cache. So cache is very near to the CPU. That's why it is faster, and it is also consumes a less accessing time. Accessing time means the data that can be taken by the CPU from RAM. So it will take a longer time. That is you are calling as a access time. the data taken from the cache by the CPU take a shorter time, less time. That's why it is called as a less access time as compared to the primary memory. Next one is the execution time is also very less. So, and also it is a temporary storaging device. Temporary storaging device means it cannot store the data in permanent manner. Disadvantages. The cache memory has a limited capacity. Limited capacity means it doesn't have the much more memory. Only a small memory is there. That is the cache memory, and it is also very costly. Examples, if you see the in our mobile, cache data is also there. One option is there. When you are going for the settings option, then you can go for the storage option. The cache data is also there. Cache data means it is having a little limited amount of the memory. Check it once your mobile also, right? Little bit amount of the data. But the cache main purpose is frequently or repeatedly used data only stored in the cache. Rest of the thing cannot be stored in the cache memory. Students, I hope you can understand the concept of cache memory. In the next video, we will discuss about the primary memory. Thank you.